Part 5. How to learn almost anything in 48 hours. Memory Techniques, Chapter 3, third chapter. Well, that is true. They say many people believe having a great memory is a gift. When I was 19, I actually believed I had a shocking memory. I would forget names, directions, what I had just read, and even what people had said to me a minute ago. It was embarrassing. However, I accepted that I had not been born with a great memory. That is until I stumbled upon memory techniques. These mental activities made me use my imagination, and little did I know how easy it was to improve my memory. Not only that, but I would go on to learn much faster, achieve more, and gain significant confidence in myself to do anything as I got older. Now, it is your turn to experience the power of memory techniques. Linking and association. Linking and association is a technique that helps us remember effectively by creating stories using the items we want to remember in a sequential order. It's possible to link and associate any piece of information with another. Many people are unsuccessful in their early attempts to do this, though, because their links and connections are broken along the way to memorization. How it works. Let's say we had 5 items to remember. The linking process would look like this. Subject, item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first item is connected to the initial subject and to the second. Each subsequent item is connected to the one following it in a sequence. How to use remembering a list of words. Let's say shoes, milk, postman, donkey, blue. You make a story. Okay? Today the postman brought me my mail, and he had very interesting blue shoes, and he was riding a donkey, drinking milk, whatever. Okay, inside your shoes smelling profusely, you decide to take them off, and this is another story. You come up with your own story. That's better. To-do list. Take the rubbish, the trash out, buy the newspaper, pick up dry cleaning, work out at the gym, water the plants. So you can make a story like that, But to me, it doesn't work. The to-do list is, I really have to do that before doing this and like this. For us women, it's easier. I would say, I start my day, I have my class at 5:30, I have to drop off my kids, come back, I vacuum, I clean my house, I start my day with my classes. I do a few things like here, I make some recordings, trying to get a passive income if I can. And, I go pick up my daughter, continue my classes, we do the homework together, she has to eat, to take a bath. I know what to do because this is my routine. Okay. But if there is something I absolutely need to remember, sometimes I'll write it down on my cell phone, be like, I'm gonna set up an alarm or something, because I get distracted outside. I talk to my daughter, and I have things happens, so the distraction can come up in your routine to distract you. It's not having a bad memory. It's just you are on a survival mode, and you get distracted with details or things that you have to get rid of, or there's a problem. There are always problems in life. Nothing is as perfect as here. With linking and association, the word you are memorizing does not have to be exactly the same as how you memorize it. So if I try to remember the word kaleidoscope, I might visualize and come up with something that sounds like the first part of the word, such as calendar, where cal acts as a trigger to kaleidoscope. Well, if you're in a spelling bee contest, it's a different context. You've got to know how to spell it. What I come up with my daughter is to spell while singing, and there are like rhymes and sonorities that can help. So let's say K-A-L-E-I-D-O-S COPE, you know, this kind of stuff. KL, you know, KA, LEI, DOS, COPE, you know, whatever works for you. Huh? So my associative story could then be that I looked at my calendar and it was spiraling. It's too complex, the guy. To me, it's too complex. You have to simplify to the extreme. How long as it takes to read the paragraph and connect with the listed word? Around 1 minute. Okay. This book uses many triggers to form associations. I would say, you know, simplify your exam. I mean, those guys are fine, but he comes up with very complex stories. It's like, it doesn't have to be that way. You know? Okay, number rhyme. This is where the numbers rhyme with the words. 1 gun, 2 shoe, 3 tree, 4 door, 5 hive, 6 sticks, 7 heaven, 8 gate, 9 wine, 10 pen, etc. You can also rhyme stuff. Another technique. Let's say we want to remember the words on the right of the rhyming words. We link the rhyming list with the words to remember at least. Gun, elephant, shoe, breakfast, tree, city. The elephant is shot with a gun. You eat breakfast with a shoe as a spoon. The tree outside is growing CDs. Whatever, huh? You know, or pumpkins on the tree. You know, that's almost Halloween, so we can also adapt to whatever we have around, the holidays, you know. Anyway, so we can come up with this kind of stuff. Recall, as all that's left now is to remember what happens with each of the rhyming numbers to give you the item you had memorized. Okay, so the gun was the elephant, you know, to eat your breakfast as with your shoe. The tree was the CDs, you know, etc., etc. So it's easy to remember like that. Okay, number shape. So how it works? 1 can look like a candle. 2, sorry about that. 2 can look like a swan, trident, boat, hook, elephant trunk, whatever. Or snake. Whatever. You choose your own stuff. So you can also associate with shapes, forms. Okay, how to use it. Say we want to remember the words. Okay, this is okay. It's not my cup of tea here. I prefer this. Yeah, that works for me. The swan eats poached eggs for breakfast. That's what I'm talking about. You've got to come up with simple stuff, or the brain is gonna get bored, and it's gonna be like, no. So the method of Loci or Loci, whoever is this guy, this memory technique creates locations and or objects in a sequential order to store information. For us women, it's very easy to know directions because we associate the directions with stores. Okay? Oh, there is a bakery store in the corner on this street, So I can localize, I can find my way, I can recognize where I am and where I have to go based on stores. Okay? You don't have to remember the name of the stores, but you know there is some kind of a visual memory that is enough for you to not get lost. So they say here, okay, store information, create locations and objects, Okay, the storage is done through linking and association of the location and item to be memorized. The most important feature of this method is to remember information in sequence order. The number of locations is almost limitless and have over 300 sequential locations just while walking down the street. Okay. Here's a set of locations. Front door, bed, shower, sink, cupboard. It can be whatever, the cinema, the bank, stuff like that. How to use the location: front door, items to be memorized, mobile phone, bed, yogurt, shower, cucumber, sink, chainsaw, cupboard, tiger. You head towards the front door of your house and it turns into a huge mobile phone. Yeah, well, I don't buy this stuff. That's my problem with this book. I think he has good methods, but the way he explained everything can be fine. But after the examples are just, they're not. I'm not buying anything. Okay, so you come up with your own stories. You can. When you charge your phone, you can imagine. Well, I charge my phone. I have a plug at the entrance door. I leave it over there or by my bed, whatever. Okay, front door. What do I have in my front door? I have. What do I have? There's the restroom. There's the bed on my dog is inside, not outside. You come up with your own stuff. What's in your house. Okay, logically. Recall, all that's left to do now is to remember what happened in each of the locations to give you the item you had memorized: front door, mobile phone, the bed, yogurt. I don't know. I left the yogurt yesterday. I was hungry. I was eating on my bed, watching something or reading something on my computer or working, whatever. Shower, cucumber. Well, I don't know. To me, cucumber, there's this kind of tasty feeling. My grandmother used to make this kind of cream salad cucumber, and I loved them. So this is helpful. The cream salad cucumber of my grandmother, something like that. The sink, a stuffed sink, that happens once in my life when the sink didn't want to be in stock, and that was a pain in the butt. I used a lot of stuff in order to, unclog the sink, and that worked after a while. The cupboard, whatever, there's a tiger in my cupboard, whatever, So we have the extreme examples here. Mind mapping. Mind mapping helps you organize information and ideas in a non-linear manner. Its inventor, Tony Buzan, keep talking about the same guy, we didn't forget his name, calls it a thinking tool that reflects externally what goes on inside your head. Often, when we're thinking, things are not exactly organized. Thoughts are scattered, and we need to gather together snippets of information from many places in our brain to understand something. A mind map allows you to create a complex plan all in one page, so you can see direct and tangential links for specific topics. Okay, it doesn't really make too much sense here how it works, so I'm gonna just skip this stuff. Take the main topic and put it at the center of the page. This. Create sections heading like thick branches. That's a mental map. It's like a tree. Branches, small branches, bigger branches. Main idea, smaller ideas, smaller idea. Okay. So, central topic, first level, second level, third level. Okay. That is not new. Okay. That is not new. Speech preparation. This next mind map is a 40-minute presentation I gave on 2 topics: a perfect job interview and time management. I also added time estimates to help me prepare more accurately. A mind map can be a great help with visual presentation if you are using software. Okay, again, that's fine, but in business, you've got to sell this idea, to explain it, and you don't want to sound complex. Okay, we live in a different world. People, they don't want to spend too much time on that. Okay, to be realistic, they're gonna check their cell phone when they feel a bit disconnected for like a few seconds. So I would say, get with what you have. You have your own data, your own pool of information, experience, and everything. You need to fish in it. Okay. You have some methods. Use some of the methods in this book, but not everything. Speed reading. Imagine completing your reading in hours instead of weeks. Imagine managing your social media and all those emails, Okay, we'll continue in part 6, end of part 5, and talk to you soon.